Hello and welcome to this introductory video where we're going to show you the basic concepts behind the Feezily revenue processing system. The page you see now is the home page that you will get to after logging in, or after you've set up for the first time your account on Feezily. You will arrive at this page as well. So let's click on statement processing because that's where everything happens. You'll see this page, we have a processing tab, reporting tab, charts, and configuration. So basically, processing is where you get data into the system. That data is stored in a consistent way in our cloud database. And reporting and charts is how you get that data out of the system, and charts is how you view that data. So let's go through and do some very simple operations for data import. As you can see, we've previously imported some files, as you'll see in the list of statements that have been imported. Before you upload a file, you choose which product its provider produced that file. And if you select none, all the filtering will disappear. And so now we see every revenue statement that has been uploaded to the current batch, and this current batch is October 2020. We can switch to November or December, and you'll see we haven't uploaded anything for December yet. In November we've got 3 files: IWF, MLC, and Colonial First State. We can download the individual data from those files by clicking on the download button. Then when we open the file, we see all the data. The format that this data is in is completely customizable. So when you sign up, when you want to start getting data into your CRM or your platform, or even into Excel for your own manipulation, you let us know what format you would like that data in, and we'll customize at no cost to you the output of your data to match your requirements. If we do a generate up here, we are doing what's called a consolidated batch statement. And that has all the data across all of the revenue statement files that have been imported for that particular batch. So now when we download from this button, we're downloading the consolidated batch statement, and you will see it has a lot more data. It has Colonial First data, MLC data, and IWF data. So let's upload a new file. So we choose the Colonial First State, and you'll notice now that in the list we now only see Colonial First State files. And that's because this drop down, as well as specifying which file you're about to upload, it also acts as a filter. So you can easily see if you've already uploaded a particular file from that particular product provider. In this case we know we have, but we're going to upload it again anyway for the purposes of this demonstration. So we've chosen the first choice format of Colonial First State. Let's choose a file. We're uploading for November. So choose the 2020 November file, and we click upload. That file gets uploaded and virtually instantly translated. And we can have a look at what it's been translated to. There we go. And now we can add it, if we wanted to the consolidated statement by regenerating that consolidated statement for November. Now what you're going to notice here is that the entries for Colonial First State have doubled. There's now 2 Colonial First States, twice the amount of transactions, which we don't want. So obviously we've uploaded that same statement twice, which you don't want to do. So the way we can fix that is move that into the deleted statements batch, which is a special placeholder batch, so we throw anything we're not really interested in. So we get rid of that. And now if we do another generate and download, we will see only one set of colonial first state entries. Now if we turn off the filter and do another batch statement generation, we are now including the revenue files from all 3 different product providers. So this revenue statement will be much more interesting, yes. Okay, so we've got colonial first state transactions, MLC transactions, and IOOF. Okay, so that's getting data into the system, and it's extracting transaction data either via a single file that's been uploaded or via a consolidated statement file, which we get from here. Another way to get data out is via these advisor reports or provider reports. So again, we choose which period we're looking at extracting the data for. So we can see Julie Bergulia's total amount and Max Visor's total amount. We can download that as a CSV, which we can then import into an accounting system or into a reconciliation system, or even our own Excel spreadsheets for if you're manipulating things yourself. Now the same happens again, but for the provider reports. So these amounts are broken down by provider, and again, you can download a report that's broken down per provider. These can be very useful if you want to perform reconciliation either manually or in your accounting system. Next tab we have is another way of viewing the data, and that's via charts. So we can go through by agent, and you can see Julia's doing the most of the hard heavy hitting here with her commissions, and Max is just running along doing all right. But yeah, Julia's out there really giving it a good hard slog. Now what about in regards to where the incomes are coming from the different providers? They look all fairly even actually, but of course this is just sample data, so in real life obviously these will vary greatly, as will the advisor charts. As you add more and more providers, this graph just chooses intelligently different colors so that you can tell the difference between them all. Okay, so something you don't have to go to often once you've done all your setup is the configuration tab. This lets you change things like default commissions for your business, lets you set up bindings. Now, most of these bindings are automatically configured as you input data, and that goes for agency bindings as well as for individual advisor bindings. Feezily has an intelligent fuzzy logic system that does name matching, so that even if the names aren't exactly the same as they appear in the revenue statements, it will do a very good job of matching them and automatically set up bindings for you if you approve. So it works on a suggestion system. It will stop the workflow and ask you if you want to proceed to create the suggested bindings, and if so, you click OK, and away it goes and creates them. Otherwise, you can cancel that process and go and create your own bindings manually, and you do that in this configuration tab. But that's extremely rare that you need to do that. Most of the time, the automatic bindings that Feezily suggests are correct. Okay, so that's a brief introduction to the operation of Feezily. These are the things you'd be doing on a day-to-day basis. So as you can see, very simple to use, and the data it produces can be customized to whatever your back-end system needs.